Good morning, everybody, and this is your Euro USD setups for today. So we have had a fairly decent run of it last week. Let's just get on to the weekly, and you can see there is our weekly gap up and run. And now at the moment we're just sitting in a little bit of limbo, but the limbo is justified because you do have a number of tails, and it is a weekly level. I can go back in time and you'll see a lot of structure right at this point where we are at the moment. So I've been saying this all year that we are sideways at the moment. We need to break above pretty much 109 and get a base above that before we can even assume that we have a weekly trend to the upside brewing. This is still really confusing for everybody at the moment, and political noise, economic noise, everything's just confused. So just look at some structure here. We've had a decent break through the moving averages on the 8 hour, and this to me is looking like a consolidation. We'll look at that on the lower time frames. The risk here is that our oscillators are grouped to the upside. This is telling me that there should be either a longer consolidation or a bit of a pullback. And there is structure just below us. I'm going to put 2 levels in for us because that's kind of where we are. We have tested one of them last week, and I'll get those levels to you shortly. Okay, when we look at the 3 hour, you can see strong trend up from last week, and then pretty much sideways yesterday. So, are we ranging? And I think you need to put a 4th level in here. That's obviously some kind of chaotic level, 108435. And then this is the bottom of the range at the moment, which is 108164. Now, if I drop down to the hour, you can see Friday, 4th of July holiday is discontinued, then Friday chaos, and then Monday chaos, big up, big down, confusion. So we are above the 150 EMA on all the time frames at the moment, except for the weekly. I think the 8 hour we are, 8 hour we are. So daily we are as well, and we've got a crossover brewing. So there's a lot going on, which we could be sort of consolidating for a break to the upside. Now, the real challenge here is we've got a lot of political noise with all the elections that are going on at the moment, and that's something that we need to pay attention to. Then you have economic noise where we are still confused as to when we're going to get a rate cut. So the dollar is kind of in limbo all over the place, whereas the euro is being attacked in multiple currency pairs at the moment. So it's just when both currency pairs are in confusion, this is what you're seeing. So there's no real direction for the dollar or the euro right now. And that's why we have this chaos at the moment. So for me, I'm not too keen to jump in on chaos, as I think you all know by now. And if you just look at yesterday's price action, above the moving averages, below, above, below, above, below, absolute confusion. So this is 108335. Get above it, build a base, possible for a trade, a long trade to 108435. I'm not too keen on jumping in short at the moment. So it doesn't matter which way you look at it. You can see the buyers are coming in here, and if I do this, let's just take it from there. Gives you a bit of a break below this diagonal, but you can see we're kind of respecting it. And ultimately you're creating higher lows, and then look what's happening with my oscillators at the moment. We're creating lower lows. So that is divergence. So something is brewing, and if you just pay attention to this top level at 108435, go to the 3 hour, that would build a flat top triangle. So this is a consolidation phase for me. You can see the divergence here as well. So this is a consolidation phase. Ideally, you want to be jumping in on a retest of 108435. So breakthrough, pull back to retest these highs, and then start swinging. That's your opportunity to buy into this for potentially a relatively big break to the upside. There was a bit of a gap to the downside as well, and that was an intraday gap, not start of the day gap. It was an intraday gap. I think this one's also open. Yeah, so that's also open. That's a weekly gap there. So there are magnets to the downside which could attract price fairly rapidly as well. So I'm very cautious. I think I'd rather just wait until I have a solid confirmation of a break and retest of 108435 before looking for longs. And I'm not looking for shorts at the moment. Too much weekly support below us that we are respecting. So don't think that's going to be an option. Anyway, that's my view for today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.